You're listening to Moviesucktastic.
I'm disappointed in your species. The human species.
Sounds like some bad movie.
Oh man, I'm disappointed in the human species too, by the way.
Oh yeah, but even more so after this.
Yeah.
Welcome to Moviesucktastic, everybody.
Welcome.
I'm Scott. I'm Scott. That's Joey.
Hi.
And we're doing Neil Breen today.
What are we doing, man? What are we doing? We were doing so good.
Well, we do bad movies, and it's one of those guys that's always been in the background. Did you do any research on Neil Breen as a person?
The only thing that I know about him is that he was a real estate agent and an architect, and he was still staying employed as an architect to pay for this shit. That's really all. That's really all I know. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have nothing to shine on there.
I love his bio on IMDb, though. Did you read that?
No, I did not.
Which he probably wrote himself. Here, I'll bring it up real quick. Oh.
What I love about his Wikipedia page is the picture of him. His eyes are closed, like he blinked when they took the picture.
Yeah, he seems like he would do that often. Yeah. Okay. Neil Breen was born on November 23rd, 1958. He started his career as a real estate agent and an architect in Las Vegas before switching to being an independent filmmaker. Breen never attended film school. He learned everything he needed to know on his own. He deliberately makes independent films, as he has stated he doesn't want to be part of what he calls the Hollywood Insiders Group. He self-financed, wrote, directed, edited, and starred in all of his independent films. He absolutely wrote this himself.
Oh no, he writes, directs, produces. He does the catering. He does props.
Yeah, I saw that. He's craft services.
Yeah, he does. He does everything on these things. He is the ultimate guerrilla filmmaker, and I get why he has a lot of respect from people for that, and I respect that to an extent. I do like people that are out there with no money making like little weird things. I mean, that's what we need. I mean, that's the whole. Every movement starts from the ground up.
Yeah, no, yeah. I agree. Listen, this movie is a big hunk of piece of shit, but I'm not gonna lie and say that while I was watching it, I was like, "What is this idiot gonna do next?" He shows up with a motherboard taped to his chest and 2 ram sticks on his wrists. It's like, what are you doing, man?
What am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah. And
what am I supposed to? Am I supposed to enjoy this? Am I supposed to be entertained by this?
Here's the thing. Scott texts me. He texts me, "Hey, did you watch the movie yet?" And I said, "No, not yet." I told him I was working late last night and I was going to watch it yesterday because I was going to be at work very late. And he says, "Oh, I watched it already." And I didn't fast forward through any of it. And I kind of looked at that. I'm like, all right, I'm trying to figure. I'm like, all right, it's a bad movie. And yeah, you know, when movies are that bad, you can fast forward through some parts. What I didn't realize is this is a 20 to 30 minute movie at best. This is a 20 to 30 minute movie at best. There is so much fucking filler in this. Like, for instance, the climax of the movie, this is an 86, well, hold on. Whatever you want, the third act, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
All right.
let's go.
Call it the climax. Call it the third act. There's like one act. There isn't. There aren't three acts in this. But we'll talk about the end of the film. Like what would be perceived as, okay, we're heading towards the end of the movie. That was at about the hour and 10-minute mark. And for the next 26 minutes, or I'm sorry, the next 16 minutes, right? It literally just is just like panning, looking back and forth. Neil Breen looking confused, looking out into the landscape. Back to him, alien face. Back to him, alien face. Like that's all the last 16 minutes is. It's there's so much fucking filler in this.
It's not just that. At the 1 hour mark, the film starts working backwards.
Yeah.
Now I have in my I wrote some notes because I watched it once and it's like oh, and then we postponed a week and I was afraid that my memory was shoddy because I was like there's like so few things I could remember, so I had to rewatch it and I took some notes this time. Okay. And it wasn't my memory being shoddy, it's just like you expect there to be more. There isn't.
No. There's shots that go on for a minute or two of him just driving, or longer than a minute or two. Like in the car, him looking out into the road. It looks out on the road. Back to him, looking side to side, just like concentrating on driving. Like there was at least 3 to 5 minutes of just that. I'm probably being nice. It's probably longer. I don't know.
And like Ed Wood, he utilizes stock footage very well.
Oh my God! The nicest thing he had was the solar farm.
That and the dolphin shots. I like the dolphin shots.
The dolphin shots.
So I have a 1-sentence synopsis of the film. Please fill in any gaps that I leave with this. Robot alien Jesus spawns next to some doll heads in the desert. Steals a drug dealer's clothing, saves a mother from a life of prostitution, returns the drug dealer's clothing, then leaves Earth.
Yep.
What I leave out?
Absolutely nothing. And here's the thing with the drug dealer and his chick. This is, there's no budget. It's lazy screenwriting. It's lazy acting. So he wants to steal the guy's clothes, and he's like, "I have to make you disappear now, but it's only temporary." So that because you just can't leave two people in the desert naked because they'll die.
He disappears them.
So he disappears them so that he could do that, and then at the end of the movie they come back. Oh, look at that! He's
got the Jesus hand.
He's got the Jesus hand. Oh, and I just love. Because they don't have any money for special effects or real makeup or anything like that. He does the thing with his hand. He gets shot twice. The guy shoots him twice. And he puts his hand down in front of the 2 bullet holes to make him disappear. Except the bullet holes were never there on that shot. The camera just followed his hand down. And then it followed it. I'm nitpicking.
That's in camera special effects. That's
bullshit. That's bullshit.
That's guerrilla filmmaking.
Tell me Sam Raimi would have done that and then he gets a pass, but no. He's not.
I think you're being harsh on that when there's so much other stuff going on, like the dialogue.
Oh well, you want to call it dialogue, sure.
I originally thought on the second go, I was like, okay, I'm going to write down specific lines of dialogue because I don't remember any. And you can't because it's all gibberish. And you get exhausted if you wrote down everything that was like ridiculous or out of sorts. Just the first line, I'm disappointed in your species. The human species. Just in case you thought we were talking to somebody else. You don't
know. It could be on some other planet, not Earth. He mentions that it's Earth. It's like he has to make sure that we know that it's Earth.
And what does he mean, other planets in the solar system I gave life to? He says, no. We're in the solar system. You got to think bigger than that. No, we know for a fact you don't have any other species in the solar system.
And I'm not trying to help him at all, but
he doesn't need your help.
You could almost take it. No, I know. You could almost take it as he's saying he gave life to the other planets in the solar system and they fucked up. And that's why there is no more life there. But he's not that deep and he ain't that smart. He might be a good architect. I don't know. But other than that, he's a terrible filmmaker. He's a terrible actor. And he's a terrible screenwriter. Like this is... If I had a lot of money like this, I know we could do better. Money? Well, he's got enough money to make an independent film. I know we could do better. I know we could do better. I just know it. There's no doubt in my fucking mind. Because if somebody came to me with a storyboard and said, man arrives Earth with motherboard and RAM sticks on his hands, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Yeah, but it's an Asus mother. Fuck off. I don't care. It's going to look great. It's not going to look great. It's going to look fucking stupid.
Now, on my second viewing, having overcome the shock of sitting through a Neil Breen film in one sitting, I also started getting strong Birdemic vibes.
100%. I was thinking, I actually enjoyed Birdemic way more than this, but
yeah,
but yes, Birdemic
is tightly wound compared to this.
Yeah, Birdemic was the first thing that came to mind. That, The Minority. Remember we reviewed that film, The Minority? That film came to mind.
Well, I'm saying more specifically because of the environmental overtones.
Well, yeah. And
top of the bad dialogue.
Well, because also it's like, just not only is it bad filmmaking, it's bad quality film. It's terrible. It doesn't even look good. Sometimes if you're, somewhat, I don't know, if you're just somewhat decent with picking out a landscape and panning a shot, like at least if it's an HD and running at 9.976 frames, it might at least look good. There are movies that people have shot on iPhones that look awesome. There was that one iPhone movie that they did as an experiment, and it was an indie film, and it looked great. It looked like a movie, because that's quality of the iPhone.
I've heard of something called TikTok movies, and I don't want to know.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I think listen, you can do TikTok all you want. TikTok, I don't know. I just feel like
all right, old guy.
Don't you fucking dare. I'm Gen X, motherfucker, just like you.
I know, but don't be the old guy railing against.
No, I think the content's garbage, and I feel like my IQ goes down every time I come across one of these videos. Sorry.
Right, so anyway,
I'm sorry. Anyway, it's just the way I am.
My Birdemic point, it got to the point where I thought of like the tagline should have been, "Why did the humans failed?"
All your Earth belong to us.
Yeah, I mean it's very pro-environment, anti-capitalist. At the end, he crucifies the corporate CEOs.
Yeah.
I mean, just the dialogue between like the criminals in their cars to each other. As long as I'm getting a good, I can't even. There's like again, if you tried you can't even do it. At that point, you're just rereading the script. There's nothing special. Every single line is just like this painful wedge.
I know
that they somehow get out of their mouth. It's ridiculous. It's at one point someone got a hand cut off, but then I lost track of whose it was.
You know what my favorite part is, as far as just ridiculousness? It's when the two twins, one clearly is a call girl that's trying to get her sister to be a call girl, or she knows way too much about being a call girl, but they somehow get talked into going out with these guys. It's like, oh, and the one girl doesn't want to do it. I have a child. The other one is like, oh yeah, this is what I'm into. But the one guy, they're both looking at her, and the one guy's going, oh yeah, I have a piece of that. And then the one guy goes over to him and goes, she's mine, I get her first. And then he shoots him in the wrist.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they use the same audio twice of the guy screaming. It was like ah. It's like you couldn't even use a different track on the second scream. It's like, oh my god. But that's one of my favorite parts where he just shoots him in the. What an odd place to shoot somebody.
Again, it's like it's hard for me to get past the opening scene or the opening first 15 minutes of the film or so, where he in the desert and he walks upon the guy on the pickup truck led on the flatbed with his girlfriend with just a giant brick of cocaine with a knife in it,
and he's like, I am so high.
Bam, bam.
Yeah, and then she looks all nervous. She's like, oh my god, this guy's crazy. He's got a gun. He's shooting it in the air.
But again, if I start quoting this, you're just going to quote the whole film. It's an experience. Sitting through a Neil Breen film is an experience. I'm not saying it's a pleasant one.
Yeah.
But it is an experience. I mean, we forgot there was the whole he did more than save the girl from prostitution. He also gave the sad solar panel woman a rose.
He
Don't
did.
forget that.
Well, it was like he walks by a bent rose in the desert, and he walks by it, and then it stands up straight.
Right. You know what that means. And then he gives it to the sad solar panel lady. Yeah. And then who
fires both the twins. She fires both the twins.
Well, yeah, she had to because of corporate greed.
It's ridiculous.
And that's as clever as the dialogue gets.
Yeah.
It's literally because of my corporate greed, the solar panel people are out of business now. Ha ha. I'm paraphrasing. That's pretty much what the kind of dialogue that's in there.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, but he also cures the homeless wheelchair guy.
He does
with his cancer, and
his dream is to go see the Vegas sign, which it's like get a better dream, dude.
You got a month left to live. You're homeless, and your big dream is I want to see that Vegas sign.
Welcome to Las Vegas. It's like, come on, man. Oh yeah, when he arrives on Earth, because the screenshot just came up, he's got holes in the tops of his feet and his hands, like he's been crucified.
Right, but only on the back of his hands. When he turns his front of his hands, there's
no budget. There's no budget. So I mean, is Neil Breen like very religious? Because there's like in all of his stuff, I've even seen screenshots. There's like crosses everywhere, and like in this film, there's crosses everywhere, and obviously he's a Messiah, Jesus type person.
But the Messiah character, and again, we've only watched one of his films, and there are 6 of them. The 7th one is actually being written right now, as we speak.
Great, it's great.
Or actually, he might be filming as we speak. This year is supposed to be his 7th film. But yeah, I do know that there is a theme of like religion, but it's always like Star Child religion. It's like savior, but savior from another planet. Like, again, like the robot alien Jesus.
Right.
It's always got that kind of tint to it. So it's like sci-fi religious. Like,
Yeah, and
like,
he
like
teeters
the Ark
on
is a UFO.
He teeters on almost having nudity, but then doesn't.
Oh, well, this one he had the nose sex scene.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
It was the nose sex scene. They just just tease rubbing a nose for like 5 minutes.
I mean, the girl that was in that scene, they were in the first part of the film. It was the sister that they were mainly concentrating on because she's a mom. She lost her job. And then by the end of the film, it's all about the twin with the angel wing tattoo on her back. Because obviously he probably got her at a strip club. Or,
supposedly
fucking the Bunny Ranch or something.
Supposedly he finds them on Craigslist.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's not hard to find them on Craigslist in Vegas. Because their listing is probably for sex. It's like, no, none of that. I just want you to be in my shitty film. Well, what are you going to pay me? Well, I'll pay you your sex fee, but to be in the movie. Oh, cool. Thanks. That sounds great.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being in one of his films.
Anyone can do it. A bag of sand can do it.
But only Neil Breen has the guts to actually do it.
Yeah. Oh, and there's one shot of him shooting up. That's a lot of fucking blood for shooting up. It's like,
he didn't do it. He didn't do it right.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, what'd you do, man? Did you stab it in there like 50 times?
Now, normally, when someone writes and directs and produces and also decides to star in their own stuff, you think, oh, maybe a little bit of vanity. But I think in Neil Breen's case, he has so much raw charisma that he can't hold it back to begin with. So you might as well put it on the screen.
I honestly think it's because he's fucking cheap. He doesn't want to pay someone. It's one less actor to pay.
But there's got to be a bit of vanity involved when you're putting yourself as the main Jesus robot alien Jesus character.
Oh, there's definitely, but it's also, you know what? I don't have to pay someone. I don't have to pay someone for services. I don't have to pay someone to cast. I don't have to pay someone to direct. I don't have to pay someone to edit. It's like he's probably only paying someone to do the shitty special effects that are in the film because he doesn't know how to use a goddamn computer.
No, I give him a credit. He's got a passion, and he keeps doing it because he enjoys doing it. And there's plenty of people that are willing to do it with him. So, more power to him. But it's hard for me to defend this because of the complete lack of narrative structure. That's what hurts me. And the dialogue is a no-go, no bueno.
It's awful.
None of it.
It's
none
awful.
Of it. There's no gems. None of it. It's all bad.
It's terrible. It is so bad. My God.
Yeah. So it's like an E for effort kind of situation for me, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. The guy wants to waste his money doing that. Fine. Go ahead and waste your money making shitty movies.
He's won awards.
Sure. What kind of awards? Worst movie awards?
He won the Hollywood Real Independent Film Festival for People's Choice Award and Best Fantasy Film.
Did he
his 2023 film Cade the Tortured Crossing?
Did he create that film festival?
I don't think so. I could be. I don't have any details on it though.
Do they focus on bad movies?
I have never heard of them before. I'm just looking at the entry here. It's the only accolade it has. It got an award. Let it have an award.
Okay. I don't know.
But again, yeah. I was just about to say I wouldn't recommend this film, but I was like, yeah. But then again, this is the kind of thing you like dare a friend to watch. Which is kind of what we did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we spun the wheel and the wheel decided.
It's definitely a good like drinking with friends film because there's
this would be a great bad movie night.
Oh yeah,
like if we had a bad, clearly we would have to be serving alcohol for this bad movie night because I don't think it would be as fun without. Oh, definitely.
No. It'd have to. You'd have to be not of normal mind.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, this would be a summertime bad movie night. Get the show started around 8:30. Probably have a few drinks already. Get ready, and then just release this movie on the crowd. That's what we'd have to do.
Yeah. I know there's the whole subplot with the street gangs dealing with the corporate people, but there's really nothing worth mentioning there. It's all a jumble. It's just
no. This is a terrible fucking movie.
It's a terrible film. And we definitely have to give ourselves a break from the next one. We can't do something this bad. We need a bit of breathing room here.
Oh yeah.
Now, on IMDb, I Am Here Now.
It's a 4.2 or something.
Now, I think you mentioned earlier IMDb has I Am Here Now with only 3 dots.
Yes.
But if you look under, it says original title, I Am Here Now with 4 dots. Because
they're like Neil. Yeah. There's no such thing as 4 dots. What do you mean? It's 3 dots.
No. You don't do 4 dots.
It's a period or 3 dots. Well, I don't understand. Well, so Neil, the 3 dots signify, it's like, you ever hear ... when no, I don't get it. No, of course you don't get it. Fuck.
So currently it's at 4.3 on IMDb.
That's way too high.
That's way too high. What do you? I honestly would go 1 star.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay. Joey's still angry from this one.
This is one of those. You remember, like, early on in our podcast lives, where we would challenge each other to movies, see who could hurt each other more. That was before. Yeah. That was when we were recording on our own. We did a few episodes that way before we figured out how to do video with both of us. So this is one of those movies. Be like, Scott, or you would challenge it to me, Joey, I challenge you to I Am Here Now. And I'd be like, fuck. And then I have to watch it and then challenge you something back. This reminds me of something like this absolutely would have been, because it came out the year we started the podcast. So it just wasn't on our radar. But
yeah, it definitely was not on our radar.
Yeah, no.
At that time.
I mean, I imagine MST3K or Riff Tracks, they would easily rip this apart. There's just this thing just writes the comedy for you.
As far as I know, Riff Tracks has not done any of these. I don't know of anybody. It's almost like a moot point. It's like it's so bad. It's like, why? You know, again, like you said, Birdemic is a great film compared to this.
Oh, it's absolutely. It's so
fast paced, intriguing. Even
it's like things like like as far as the way it's filmed, like the one scene in Birdemic where he makes the big deal, where he lifts his arms and he's like, woo, yeah. And it's like, it's that kind of bad. That's what it reminded me of. Mm-hmm. It's just like, it's a loose base script and it's like, all right, we're just going to wing it, film it and see what happens.
Or just like any of the dialogue.
Or any of, yes. Yeah. Kind of reminded me, it was like, remember what I said about Megalopolis, which I finally finished watching, by the way. It's like Megalopolis is like those really terrible movies, similar to this, where they give them a ton of money. Or Coppola sold his wine company. I did not know that till you told me. But he did that, made that kind of movie. Like, think about if Neil Breen had $100 million to make a movie, it would probably look, act, and sound like Megalopolis. Like, that's how bad Megalopolis is.
Could afford it. Well, as long as he used that money to hire people to like do cinematography, and he can write. You can write and direct, but make sure someone else, like a professional's holding that camera, or like doing casting, things like don't spread yourself too thin, Neil. How come? I mean, maybe Elon Musk should like be funneling some money towards this guy.
Maybe, yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah,
why not? Yes, one star, absolutely. If I could give it no stars, I would. It's like those angry Yelp reviews. My food arrived late. If I could give it no stars, I would. It's like, okay, chill out. The guy had a flat tire. Leave him alone. It's a fucking crazy person.
I think Neil Breen had a flat tire.
Yeah.
Stop that.
It was like, what was it, like 4 years ago? 5 years ago? We had this weird snowstorm that came in out of nowhere. It was this was here in Jersey. We had this weird snowstorm, and I promise this will be a quick story. We had this weird snowstorm, and it came in at like 3:00 in the afternoon. And because it came down so fast, it shut down the highways in New Jersey for hours. Hours. People couldn't get anywhere. I left at 4 o'clock to go home. It took me an hour to drive half a mile. And then I turned around. It took me an hour to come back. It was one of the weirdest snowstorms. But where I'm going with the story is a coworker of mine was working from home, ordered a pizza. The guy was in so much traffic, he ate his pizza. And it would be the equivalent of my coworker leaving a bad review saying, hey, I never got my pizza. It's because I ate it because I was in 7 hours of traffic and I was hungry. I'm sorry. It's just a small, quick story.
All right. Now I'm even more confused than I was.
What? There's nothing
right.
to be confused about.
Where are we going from here?
We're going to spin the wheel.
Okay. Yes. Also, we had a audience request, and I added it to the wheel. Gummo.
Oh, I did not put that. I didn't know that we we had a new one. I can add it real quick.
I already added it. I added it earlier.
No, I know.
Grab the newest list.
I haven't grabbed the newest list. I didn't know there was an addition. Unless this is the list from a couple of weeks ago.
I updated it like last week.
I have not grabbed the new one since last week.
Okay, well, it's not a big deal. It'll make the circulation next time you grab it. Don't worry about it. There's plenty of films on there.
I can go grab it real quick.
It's not that big of a deal. It'll be in the circulation next time. But just let you know that we had a YouTube request for that film. So
I actually have never seen Gummo. I haven't.
Me either.
I've seen bits and pieces here and there. It definitely has like the Kids, that movie Kids. It has that kind of vibe to it, where it's a movie but feels a little like a documentary.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that kind of indie film. It's
all right.
Yes. So it's like there you could definitely tell that there are scenes just like in Kids where it's like, all right, go. Like, what do you want us to do? Just do your thing. You know, like that's what they kind of do in that movie. All right, I'm going to try and add the wheel. We're going to see if this works.
Now, we'll be spinning the wheel for next episode, and then the episode after that, we'll be reviewing Roger Corman's Fantastic Four film.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, so a couple spins on the old wheel of suck should get us to that episode, because that's episode 444, and that's amusing to me. So, why not? Are we ready?
It is not going to come up on the screen. Like I said last time, there's this weird fucking thing where it just does not. It just doesn't want to come up anymore.
Yeah, just spin it.
All right, people will hear it spinning, and you'll just have to take my word for it. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. Big money, big money. No whammies, no whammies. Big money. So the film is Terror at the Opera.
Terror at the Opera. So that would be Dario Argento's opera.
Oh, it's opera?
Yeah, Terror at the Opera is. I'm pretty sure that's what I mean by Terror at the Opera, because that's the official title or alternate title.
Okay.
I'll just double check myself here. Terror at the. Not Terror at the Mall. Terror at the Opera. Yeah, that's Argento's opera. That's the one I mean. Yeah.
I don't know if
some more Giallo coming our way.
Well, I don't know. We can veto it, or I can. I don't know if I feel like doing fucking Argento again.
Your call. If you want to veto it, you have that option.
I think I do want to veto it. Do you want to veto it?
It doesn't matter if I want to. You get a veto, I get a veto.
All right.
We don't have to agree.
I'm vetoing it. I would prefer to review something else.
All right.
I kind of like opera. I know it's not a great horror film, but I do like it. I don't know.
Oh, no, me too. But, yeah, go ahead.
All right. Spin it again. right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. It's After Midnight. I don't know that one.
After Midnight.
That doesn't. Why does that not sound familiar to me?
After Midnight. 1989 horror film. A college class psychology of fear has a new teacher who believes that you have to feel fear to understand it. A group of students convene at the teacher's house where scary stories are told.
Oh.
So I believe it's a 1980s anthology horror film.
Okay. Teen slasher kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I use my veto. Do you want a veto or do you want to review it?
No, I've never. It's off my radar a bit. I don't. I know I have it on the Plex, but I've never really watched it. So I'm game.
All right. Then After Midnight, it is.
Great. Oh, and I just wanted to mention real quick. What you were saying, no whammy, no whammy. I just saw the trailer. That movie's finally coming out.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to see it. You ever watch the documentary about the real life story of that?
No, I've read about it, and so I never watched any media on it.
Yeah, I mean that story goes down a real fucking dark hole.
Yeah, anything about Press Your Luck? If you haven't heard about it, just Google Press Your Luck and read about the.
The guy that figured out how to beat it, because what he ended up figuring out is it runs in patterns, and if you could figure out the pattern, you could get money every time.
Yep, he solved the pattern.
He did.
Yeah, but the trailer looks interesting. Like they added a whole bunch of like weird espionage stuff that I don't know, or conspiracy stuff that I don't know is accurate if it's
well.
real
It's in the documentary. Yeah.
Oh.
Like this guy had a whole he had his winnings in cash. He's hiding them in his apartment. He was like he got real paranoid. Like it goes down a real dark hole. Like this guy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's almost like Confessions of a Serial Killer. No, not Confessions of a Serial Killer. The Confessions of a no. The one that George Clooney did about what's his face from the Gong Show.
Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
That's right. Thank you very much. So it kind of goes down a bit of a rabbit hole like that, but it's actually worse. It's actually worse because
I'll have to check. I'll have to check it out then.
yeah, check out some extra some background stuff on that story, or watch the documentary. There's I don't remember the name of it, but I think there's one good one. There's probably a couple of bad ones, but there's at least one really good documentary about the Press Your Luck thing. So
now you sure you don't want to do another Neil Breen film instead?
I do want to watch another Neil Breen movie. I don't think I want to review another Neil Breen movie.
All right. Well, we're on. It's still on the wheel, so we still.
Yeah.
Next time we'll do his first film. This was the second film he did of 6, so we'll try to do them in order.
Yeah, I'm good with that. with that. I'll watch another. I'll review another one, just not right now.
Yeah. But in any case, I think we're done with this episode.
I think so. All right, everybody. As always, thank you for joining us yet again for another episode of Moviesucktastic. This is episode 442. You can go to our website at moviesucktastic.com and you can listen to the show. You can download the show, or you can click on the YouTube link and it'll take you to this video and you could watch this video. You can also check us out live every week, every Thursday. We usually go on around 7 p.m. We're trying to go on a little bit earlier. And you can hang out with us while we review a movie. You can go to iTunes and you can listen to our podcast there. You can also go to facebook.com/moviesucktastic and you can just see everything we're posting there. If you want to email us, the email is themovieguys@moviesucktastic.com. If you want to leave us voicemail, it's 908-514-4470. And if you want to download our podcast player, it's moviesucktastic.com/mst.apk, or just download your favorite podcast player and just do a search for Moviesucktastic. Every single episode is there. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to be a Patreon to recommend movies. We want you to do that. We don't need you to donate money for us to do that. We just want to do it. So, do you have any words of wisdom, Mr. Wilson?
I am disappointed in your species, the human species.
You know, that's the first thing that's in the film, and obviously those are the first lines in the script. And I bet when he typed that out, because he probably uses a typewriter, probably doesn't use a computer. But even if he does use a computer, the first thing he wrote was that, and he's probably like, yes, this is it. This is my moment. Stop it, Neil. Stop it.
Oh, let Neil do it. Let Neil be Neil.
Yeah, okay. Build me a house, Neil, and shut the fuck up. Fuck. All right, everybody. We'll talk to you next week when we review After Midnight. And then...
After Midnight.
And then the Fantastic Four Roger Corman film for episode 444. It's going to be fun. We'll talk to you next week.
That's going to be fun.
That's coming. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye. Now that song is stuck in my head.